It's Week 18 of the NFL. And coming up, we'll see the electric Kyler Murray. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Cards and the Tigers, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us in the shadow of the Eiffel Tower in the fabulous European capital of Paris, France. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on our home team. With my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Paris team as it gets ready here. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point. But, boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Here come the Cardinals, and it is Kyler Murray from Oklahoma who leads them out.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
First play and a first pass for Murray. And his first pass is incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. When you look at this defense, they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
This is such a good unit of covering passes downfield. I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, so they can generate some run after the catch. But nothing doing on that one.
A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That's good for 28 yards.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Murray. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did. Murray.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On fourth down, here's Zane Gonzalez for the Cardinal field goal. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Gonzalez's kick is good, and the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. You look at this Arizona defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to stop the run better. Because playoff football often means running from them. So they've got to be prepared for that.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big. I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space. And they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Meanwhile, Young's throw pulled in by Atwell here. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. That's Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker who got in and dropped him to the turf. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get style up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Murray. Can't get away, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And he'll let this go deep for Bourne. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
And that is every quarterback's worst nightmare. You have the perfect play call. The seams parted perfectly. You had your guy wide open. He could have run for days, but he overshoots him. And that's one they'll think about for the next month.
A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time. We give you a look at what's going on there. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and now it's 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. A good chunk on the ground, and the keeper 17 yards, first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Brought down back at the 32.
Now here's Young. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Young will set to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Cameron Dicker on for the field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will tie us at 3-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. Here's the Paris offense ready to take possession. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Young again on the keeper. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd down, Young. Open man is Mingo, complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
I like kept his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up two.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. That's the end of the
3-3, a tight one after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it 2nd and 7. Young to throw it this time. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match. And maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you got someone to tackle.
27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Cardinals' 18-yard line.
Off the play fake, Young. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, my, you know that that's one that he'll want to have back. I mean, they did everything right. Got the linebackers commit on the play action. He just flat out missed.
Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try. That is caught and brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think of
under pressure. Down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Andrew Billings, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. This a 27-yard attempt here. And this one is right through. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on third down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Murray now on first down. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Murray. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
And a Cardinal first down.
To throw is Murray. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Fair to say it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Automatic first down.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Eckler, they run left side. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's a gain of 6 on the 1st down run.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kendrick Bourne, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals are once again back in front. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's the Paris offense ready to take possession. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those 6s on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. On 2nd down, Young. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. Eckler now between the tackles. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And they'll try the option on first and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And maybe there that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here's the Paris offense ready to take possession. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
1st and 10, Young. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, but 9.9 times out of 10, just missed that one.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 1st down, Young. His throw incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Young trying to hurry them up to the line here. From the midfield stripe, they look to throw. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 32-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Young off the play fake. Wow, and that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
To throw on 2nd down is Young. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Now here's Tries a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll get started over at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. And at halftime, look at that. 28-7 is the score. 2 touchdown passes there for Dak Prescott. From there, we head to Foxborough to check on the Patriots at home at Gillette Stadium. And they've got the lead over the visiting Chicago Bears. 3 touchdown passes there for Mac Jones. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Eagles trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way. Final adjustments being made by both sides. We are ready for football. And for the call of the second half, we'll give it right back over to Brandon and Charles in Paris. Fellas?
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. Young looks to throw on first down. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's second down. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Young on third down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's back, it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
False start, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. On the option, here's Eckler. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. It's the fullback. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Paris offense ready to take possession. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46. Option right, Young. Now during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Now this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. From the 43, here's 2nd down and 7. Young again on the keeper. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable, but that time the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to kick it away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They scored a touchdown the last time they had the football, but things going to be a little bit more difficult this time.
No, certainly, because where they're starting, the goal isn't even thinking about a touchdown at this point. They're thinking about field position. A couple of first downs in order to give some room for their punter and maybe flip the field position for their defense.
And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Von Bell up to make the tackle. Now 2nd and 9. From his own end zone now, it's Murray. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Dillon. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. taking on the midfield logo. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Young off the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. And his throw here is incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Throwing, Young. He sets to fire deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now Murray off play action. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, 75 yards. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And he's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
Here's the Paris offense ready to take possession. Well, here we sit, week 17. Just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
A give running right, Gibson. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Here's Gibson on the read option. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They go play action. Young. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get
pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
For the field goal, a 50-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and the deficit falls under 20 now. It's a 19-point game. Another 3 on the board. He's been the lone bright spot. That's now 4 field goals.
If this offense had finished a few drives, we'd be looking at a different complexion to this ball game, because right now, the trade is really wrong for them, isn't it? They're trading field goals while the other team's scoring touchdowns. That's not going to work.
Here comes Mr. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, leading out this offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now Murray. That's into the hands of Eckler. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
This O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
Murray's throw taken in by Bourne. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 6. This is a counter play. Eckler. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. Lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. This is swung out to Eckler. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. Here's the Paris offense ready to take possession. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. And quickly they get to the line.
That's good for Paris. First down.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
Paris. First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Young from the shotgun. Now he's free to midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. They had 2 straight first downs. Now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1.
At the 46-yard line.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's another Harris first down.
Now Young. Open man downfield is Sanders. He's got him. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. One more time with Gibson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
And his kick is good. And that'll get the deficit back to 16. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Cardinals football, Marquise Brown back out now with the Arizona offense. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Now a give running left is Eckler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And that one's going to come up a little short. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
First down, Arizona.
Up the middle with Eckler to about the 26 here.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Once more, here's Eckler. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Holding offense.
Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. But now he appears to be in some pain. Well, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. And we'll step aside and be right back. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Now, aren't I, though?
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And here's the Paris offense ready to take possession. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one.
Oh, Young loses it. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Now a 2nd down throw for Young. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. That throw by Young incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
On play action, Young. He'll buy some time right. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars that this ball was overthrown.
Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. So it's a win here for the Cardinals, and the guy who led the way was the man behind center, Charles. That's Kyler Murray.
Yeah, he did a little bit of everything, didn't he? He had 2 touchdown passes through the air, another one on the ground, and that defense, they really had no answer for many of their drives.
So for Arizona, they get a Week 18 victory to make that final mark a bit more palatable at 6-11. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for Paris, it'll be double digits in losses as they fall to 7-10 for their final mark. And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Until next time, we say au revoir from Paris.